Hello, my name is Sicilian. Welcome back for another episode of HoI 3 in Black Ice as PRC. In previous episode, we did manage to take Cremona, I believe. We're still having some supply issues over here. Hopefully fixing that over time. We did lose the battle in Monopoly, which admittedly the enemy took like at least 3-1, actually about 4-1 casualties. We still got troops, technically speaking, in there retreating. We got 6... Oh, right, that one... Right, we need to go in here. Stop that attack. I will retreat this one to split. It's going to be arriving there like within a day, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So that means that we actually only got 6 units in here now. Another one will be retreating probably in soon enough. Of course, we're losing organization right now because we have no supplies on those troops. But it's alright. As soon as the troops have retreated from here, the ships will automatically move out, and we'll just probably get these into, I guess, the infantry over here will probably be ready faster. We're not necessarily going to... Oh, there we go. So the mechanized division has already retreated. So we still got the attack into Brescia going. Or the defense in Brescia going. And, of course, Cremona. In Cremona, we've got a full front line now, at least. So that helps quite a bit. We do have a bit of supply... Well, not really a lot of supplies in here, actually. Well, there's a bit of a problem then. We do still have the transport planes. Was it in... Yeah, down here. I wonder if I'm actually supplying this place. Suppose we don't really have a lot of airfields to utilize with these right now. Well, I suppose they're not flying, so they shouldn't be taking as much resources currently. I'm going to go ahead and send these ones to do land or ground attacks into probably Modena, actually. I could use them for tragedy bombardment right now, but I'm not going to. Oh, there we go. Some of the pillboxes are built. Now, they're not really fully built up yet, but I suspect that a little bit of... Oh, right, actually, we'll go ahead and build a couple pillboxes over here in Cremona as well. Get the river line somewhat fortified. Not necessarily fully, but enough to at least so that we can say that it is fortified. Also, we're going to get another radar in Venice soon enough. That'll be level 2. Not that there's a lot of air forces to fight. Oh, naval combat. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wait. This can't be real. No, it's a landing craft, I think. Yeah, it's a landing craft. It shows the CV in there, but it's not a CV. It's a bit far away, though, so I don't think we'll be able to reach it. So, yeah, no, they escaped. Although they might be going back to port. No, they might be retreating back there, actually. Well, regardless. That's a little bit of... oh! Right, there's an American fleet over there, never mind. I was like, hold on a bit, that's a lot of troops there. Ah, and here's the transport pouring in some more troops. How's the units in here now? So some of them, yeah, one of them is going to retreat very quickly. You stop your attack and move to split. There we go, another battle in Padua, and that's going to be another victory, no doubt. Do they have, no, there's no fortification penalty for them. I suppose the weather isn't quite as bad anymore, and one pillbox is not going to be enough at this stage of the game. Unless it's like units that have basically no fort attack whatsoever, or even negative fort attack. At that point it should be fine, but yeah, it's a bit limited effectiveness, let's just say. Right, so in Cremona we might need a bit more troops. Oh, well, there we go, another victory at Ferrara. They lost almost 14,000 men. Total casualties in the combat were 14,000 actually. It's just that we took quite a small minority of that. Oh, we got another... Ah, right, let's go ahead and... take this infantry unit, land into Dubrovnik, which, to be fair, we did get the 2nd Infantry Corps in there. So we'll have 10 divisions in there at least total. I suppose what I could do, I'm just going to send these transports back to... English speaking, I'm going to send them back to Japan. Got some more troops from there. We've got the 4th Corps over here that is all ready to be transported. That also reminds me, we've got the 33rd Corps. Let's go ahead and assign that under the 5th Army. We may need to eventually set up a special army, or separate army for Sicily entirely. Ooh, more heavy IC, very good. Crucial damage control is advanced. I suspect that might be ahead of time. Oh yeah, that's definitely ahead of time now. There we go. So still, you know, inflicting a lot of casualties on the enemy. We do not still have a lot of information. Actually, we do have a little bit of information now. So Americans have about the same amount of manpower as we do, but they're losing it a lot faster right now. They also have a much bigger industry, to be fair. And then British also have quite a bit, but I suspect that a lot of that is Lend-Lease. So basically, some of the industry over here that the Americans are having is actually just funneled into the British, which is probably like, I don't know, at least 20% of their total. So they still have 2,000 IC total, like to spare probably. Unless they're giving Lend-Lease to other... Actually, let me double check. Are they giving Lend-Lease to anyone else? No, it's just UK. Speaking of which, how's the Sweden combat going? The Swedes are now losing ground slowly. But they have been losing ground slowly already. But yeah, I suspect that Sweden won't last very long, unfortunately, for them. Right, how long until the next units are retreating? There's going to be another one very shortly, actually. Oh, there we go, victory at Salo. So these transports are already moving away. Oh, another victory at Verona. We got some reinforcements heading towards Cremona. I suspect, actually, how is the supply situation in here? Still pretty bad. Okay, so it's not really going to be enough to start attacking yet. Oh, and Verona's under attack again. Oh, Ferrara was under attack. Well, I suppose if they want to spend a whole lot of strength... Oh, there's a Messina. We caught that transport again. Not very successfully, I might add, but we caught it. Actually, do we have any other... I don't think we have any other ships that could be helping that. We got the motor torpedo boats. Right, there's some submarines from my allies there, but that's about it. I could get these into... Well, once we get into Sicily, I'm not entirely sure where we should land. We could either land somewhere in here in the middle, and then try to get into Messina. Because there's not going to be that many defenders in there. There's maybe half a dozen to 10 divisions somewhere around there total on the island. So if we get our 3 or 4 corps in there, that should be enough to clear it out. And then we'll just leave some troops to protect the crossing in Messina. We might allow them to actually start even attacking us every now and then. We'll just put in the submarines in so they can't reinforce the combat. So, you know, we just move it out of the way, let them start the combat, and then move the submarines back in. And that way we can inflict a lot of casualties down here in the south. And they will try to pull in a lot of troops down this way as well, most likely that way. So that it will be a bit easier for us to advance in the north. Probably should have done the landings in Sicily from the get-go, let's be honest. Because the situation over here in Oh, right, we've got another mechanized division. Now, this is the downside indeed, as I was saying, that they'll try to get back to the transport that they retreated from. So they're trying to attack in there, but I suppose that keeps the enemy, you know, somewhat wary over there. Also, we got the... Ah, right, there's the division HQ. Let's go ahead and group those. There's one less unit on the list here. Still got about 3.3 million men total. That's pretty decent. Plus, I suppose we got a little bit more troops underway, but not that many in the end. There's some mechanized divisions. Wait, where these... Oh, these may have been for the... Okay, so we might have a little bit extra right now. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. Upgrades. That's not going to be done for another month, most of these, but that's going to be alright. That's going to be a bit more strength in the Southeast Asia units. Well, some of them anyway. Oh, another victory at Verona. Very good. How's the battle in Cremona? We may need to retreat at least one of these units. We'll also go ahead and send another unit in there as a reserve. And maybe we'll go ahead and send a couple more units into Verona. Because if we can get some more troops in here, we might get some supplies alongside. Oh, there we go. Another victory at Ferrara. The enemy's taking a lot of casualties on these various units, though, that's for sure. A big thanks to that, of course, belongs to our air forces. Oh, and we got another mechanized division in here. There we go. So those, there's only the headquarters actually in here now. And there's the interceptors. Do we have enough? Right, we got plenty of interceptors. But we'll just set up another group in our capital, I suppose. Actually have no commandos on any of these. Well, I'm going to put this under the Southern Army Group, actually. We've got another 3 squadrons underway very shortly. How much do we actually need for the next level of the airfield? So we need to get at 200 total. And we got 163 right now. We're going to get 166 by the time that those interceptors are done. So after that we need another 34 planes or so. Okay. I suppose that's going to be alright. Also going to be getting some light cruisers soon enough, and more industry. That reminds me, we've got the heavy industry in Goldmud. Let's go ahead and increase the infrastructure level, or industry levels over there further. There we go, and then of course we got the core of mountaineers up here. We could probably go ahead and get the infantry in there as well. We have started fortifying this. Of course, the British probably have a whole lot of troops there as well. So, if there is a war, we probably won't be able to enter into India, but at least we can keep the enemy busy there for a while. Okay, are we... No, we're still lacking supplies in here. I suppose I should probably go ahead and build up the naval base in Padua. Get those up to the list. I'm actually going to go ahead and get their assault ships off the list as well. And we're not attacking in Monopoly right now yet. Nope. So that means that these ones... they've still got a little bit of retreating to do. They're going to be arriving there in 4 days. That shouldn't be too difficult. But yeah, while the enemy is trying to attack us in here, they are also taking quite heavy casualties. So sooner or later we might find a weak spot in here to start exploring and get across the river, and from there we can then start expanding a bit further. But right now it's just holding the river and having the enemies, well, first of all, I will try to improve the supply situation that we have right now. Oh, there's Messina, there's 2 ships there right now. Oh, passenger liner and a, okay, landing craft. Interesting. That might cause a bit of issues, actually. Ooh, medium bomber prototype advanced. There we go. Armor unit combined arms, our airborne unit training, and then there's the extra interceptor. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the carriers over here, actually. With the carriers, we can probably go ahead and get rid of these transports without too many issues. We are pushing them back to... I think they're going back there. I'm not entirely sure. They're probably trying to get to Toronto or something like that. I don't know what they're going to do after that, though. Oh, there we go, Ferrara. But if we can sink those ships, that's going to be good for us. Another victory at Verona. They got quite a bit of troops in Mantua. It's going to be tricky. We couldn't really get there in time. So that's definitely going to cause some issues. Right, are we getting the naval bases? I believe we are getting some naval bases in Pola and Zara at least. So when are those going to be built? Let's see, the naval base in well, that's going to be in June, so that's going to take a long while. Naval base in Pola is actually going to be done in about 12 days. So that's not too bad. And then what about Zara? Naval base in Zara, we got one relatively recently. We're going to get another one in May. So that's in about 3 months from now. So I guess, oh wait, no, that's, oh, that's the first level for it. Oh, so we started building it a lot later, I guess. Fair enough. Ooh, so there's volunteers. That's quite nice, a bit more manpower, a lot more officers. Ooh, light bomber prototype advance, and speaking of bombers, there's some more interceptors. Well, rather, speaking of planes, I suppose would probably have been a bit more apt saying there, but regardless. We've got a fairly good amount of supplies, of course, there could be more. Ooh, DDR wants to buy... Oh! We would give them nothing each day in exchange for 50 crude oil each day. DDR would be responsible for the convoy. If you're paying for the convoy, and you're giving me oil, I suppose that's fine. They're also responsible for getting the raw materials for themselves. I mean, sure. Oh, there we go, another victory press here. I'm looking... Oh, that's looking a bit rough for the enemy. Losing several % of strength per hour. Oh, well, there we go. Ferraro was another victory. I mean, we are getting some of the pillboxes in here and all that, so we're definitely digging in along the river line here for sure. Right, this one's arriving in a bit more than a day into the coastline. And everything else is mostly ready. At least the mercenary infantry is going to be ready for doing a landing. I think that's going to be the ones that are going to have to do the initial landing. I think... I'm not entirely sure if I want to go for the southern side or the northern side. If I go for the northern side, I can then use the landing craft in there, or source ships in there to help in Messina as well. But did we get... Oh yeah, we got the carriers in here. So if they do still move through here with the transports, which they might, they will probably get sank. Go on the Battle of Ferrara. Another easy victory, I would say. We have got on a decent bit more manpower. We were at 1600 not that long ago. So at least our income is pretty good. Tomorrow we're going to get another oil rig. That's also very good. And yeah, there we go. We're definitely clearing out a lot of the enemy. There's not that many... I know that we have a bit of supply issues, but I'm going to go ahead and start attacking in Bergamo. Also, we're going to take a couple of these units to give a support attackers with. It is plains, actually, so it's not going to be that difficult terrain either. They got 7 units there. We are doing some bombing runs in there, so that's going to be at least somewhat effective. Ooh, major victory. In Cremona, okay, lost 11,000 against the... Oh, about, well, almost 110,000 actually. It's about 10 to 1 casualties, not that bad. Now we'll hopefully get some digging bonus in there unless they attack immediately again. They'll probably attack soon, but maybe not quite that quickly. Hey, air engine research to level 4. Or, not 4, 12. That means that we can go ahead and get these underway. That's going to be the last single engine fighters and close air supports that we'll have available. Also, I suppose we might want to get research in the twin engine stuff as well, so we can get the next level of light and medium bombers. Oh, and we got... Right, combat on Monopoly. Let's go ahead and stop that. And land this one into Split. Once that... Actually, you know what? You can stop moving in there. We'll move this one into Split. It's going to be a little bit faster that way. Then we'll go ahead and pick up the units from Zara. One battle in Ferrara. We'll move these to Zara, so we'll pick up some of the troops there. The transport ships can move into Dubrovnik. At least for now. I suppose most of these are going to be in pretty good shape. So we might be able to take most of... I might... I don't know about the headquarters yet. We might leave those behind for a little bit. I don't know if those are going to be... This might be too far away, to be fair. Going to be like 500... Actually, let's see. They're not going to be too far away, at least for the initial landing. So we'll bring them in the second wave. Okay, so that hasn't moved in yet. I guess we could also go ahead and get the heavy cruisers in here. And the lighter cruiser stuff, I guess we could have that go around Malta. Quite a bit of blockading. Oh, I wonder... Where's the naval bombers? It's somewhere in here. There we are. If I was to do port strikes on, for example, Brindisi... I'm going to do continues. I want to see if we can actually damage the American ships there. Ooh, flying boat prototype, well, speak of the devil. And dual-purpose A and AT guns, so heavy anti-aircraft guns get some more bonuses there. Pretty decent. We're going to be getting some more industry soon enough and some more cruisers. Actually, how large is our reserve fleet right now? We reduced the size a decent bit. There is somewhat of a limit that you want to keep your reserve fleet as well. Like, even though they don't need to worry about the stacking penalty, but like once you get a unit that has like, I think it's 50 or higher, that it might have some issues with the UI. That's mostly the problem there. Alright, the transports haven't arrived back here yet. Also, let's go ahead and figure out some more headquarters that we can maybe move about. For example, this one. We can go ahead and send these to Osaka. How's the battle for Bergamo? They still got the 7 units there. They haven't done too much. We are having some supply issues, admittedly. There's the attack into Cremona. Oh, we have no, we're still having some supply issues down there. Oh, right, the ground attacks in Brindisi. Oh, no, we're not actually damaging the ships. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, well, in that case, let's just stop your orders for a little while, let you repair, rest, and all that. Oh, there we go. Victory at Ferrara. So these are at least, well, actually, no, they're still having supply issues. I suppose, how far can we reach from here? Not very far. We can reach up to Pola, but that's about it. I mean, we might be getting some extra range on these, but probably not that much. Have we gotten... Oh, right, hold on. I mean, we need to get the mid-air refueling, and for that, we need the 4-engine transport planes to level 2, which we are already researching. I don't know if it's in active research yet, but we are researching. And actually, the battle in Bergamo is now the only one that's going on right now. It's a bit of a surprise. Go ahead and send another infantry unit there. I think that 3rd Corps may need to retreat from the combat soon enough. Losing the organization too quickly. Oh, and there's the naval bomber upgrade. Very good. Now, how much can we... We can't pick up the entire corps from here. I suppose there's the infantry... Actually, yeah, we can pick up everything but the infantry division there, so that's actually fine. Go ahead and move these to the northern shores. And then I suppose we could actually take this entire stack of troops. No, we're going to leave the headquarters behind for now. Those are not really meant for combat. Everything else we can load in. Move into Eastern Tyrrhenian Sea. Heavy cruisers are moving through. I suppose the carriers could actually... Yeah, we'll move the carrier fleet over here as well. The more shore bombardment we can provide, the better. Don't know where the Italians got their ships, if they got there anyway. Yeah, there we go. They're down to 6 units now in Bergamo. I'm going to go and pull off the 3rd Corps. These are still attacking, these are still defending. I guess we'll just go ahead and send a couple more units through here. Join the combat. We've got room in the front line, admittedly. Oh, Ferrara is under attack. Well... It's not going to be that bad. Oh, and... Yeah, there we go. Sinking more convoys. Oh, an export rubber to USA. No. At this point, we're not going to give anything to the Americans if we can avoid it. We'll let the Mechanized Corps rest for a little while. Oh, actually, what I suppose I could do... I'm going to move the Mechanized Corps down to Dubrovnik. But mostly let it get the strength back first. But then what we can do is we can transport these in... I suppose, actually, I'm going to go ahead and set up a new army under or for these. That's the 6th army. We need another leader for this, which I don't suppose we have. No, not right now. I guess, who do we have here? Iliescu is the corps commander. That's got pretty good traits there. What about some of these others that are currently just, well, defending the port and all that? Maybe one of the ones in, and none of these are pretty good. You know what? I know that I've got my stuff in here, so I'm going to put myself in charge of that army then. Let's have a look at the skill levels, so we'll just get someone else in charge of this. It's going to be under the Western Army Group. We'll call that the Sicilian Army. And then we'll go and just assign the Mechanized Corps underneath that. That's already underneath it. Alright, so this one needs to be assigned underneath there. And then the Mercenary Corps is going to be underneath that as well. So now we've got 4 corps of troops there. And we might get some more, but that's going to be at least good enough. Oh, there we go. One in Cremona. Wise. Actually, now we can go... Oh, wait, no, we can't. There's still another combat going on. They keep on sending troops as often as possible. They want to sort of attrition my units in here, which kind of is working, actually. Of course, it's coming with quite a heavy cost for them as well. How much... Okay, they still got about 1,800 manpower according to one spy, which doesn't necessarily mean that the information is accurate. UK's got quite a bit more manpower, actually. Do we know about the... So Finland isn't probably producing anything. DDR still building some more stuff, mostly commandos to be fair. Soviets are building a whole lot of things. That actually reminds me, so the Germans do not seem to have any... There's Italian planes in here, what? Was it? Yeah, no. Oh, wait, no. It may have been that we were just doing bombing runs in there. Now that makes a bit more sense, actually. Yeah, there we go. And these are probably also doing some, doing some bombing runs over here. Well, we seem to get through the troops in Bergamo. Is that actually... Verona is not under attack right now. I'm going to go ahead and switch you to do some ground attack into Bergamo. And that's going to be even more casualties for the enemy, I reckon. It might be enough to wreck a few more units. Do we have anyone else that is not actually in an active duty? Cremona? We could go ahead and start doing some bombing runs into... Actually, Piacenza. Start wrecking the enemy, start attacking us in Cremona constantly. A little by little we're getting those, and have the... No, their store ships have not quite yet arrived. Yeah, they almost. Oh, there's some British troops there. There's some various allied fleets in here. Because we've got a fairly good fleet situation as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take half of these. Let's take, for example, these 3. Land on the... eastern side. We'll take the other 3 and land on the western side. Between these ports. We'll probably do an invasion port as soon as we can. Or we'll just try to, you know, clear out the areas. Generally, we need to do that with very little troops if we are able to. Luckily, we've got the submarines in here, so they won't be able to get reinforcements onto the island. Let me just double check. Can I mark her? No, I cannot mark her for invasion ports yet. So as the previous one hasn't expired yet. So it might be a little bit early with these. But I suppose if we can defend against some of these enemy units in here, which seems like we can. Alright, so this combat is still going on. There's 2 marine divisions attacking us. They don't really have the piercing attack to deal with the heavy armor that we have in here. Oh, self-propelled artillery brigade advance. There we go. So that landed everything in there. These ones... Oh, there's some units waiting for supplies. Okay, well, that's a bit unfortunate. And we can't land these into the provinces there yet. Okay, Bulgaria is under attack as well. I suspect that we can probably win these combats one way or the other. I actually wonder, we still got the... No, that's the close air support. These, is that going to be... Ooh. Oh. I will switch your target. Maybe this one can take over some of the bombing runs in here instead. But if we can break the units in Messina, and then we can retreat one of the units in there, capture the port, then we can start bringing some reinforcements through here on the eastern shores. And how's the... It's 41.3% shore bombardment on the enemy, so that's not too shabby. There's also a British division over there, but that's not, technically speaking, fighting us, which is quite nice. Still doing a whole lot of bombing runs on the enemy, so I wonder if the enemy is starting to have some issues with that. I mean, they probably have been having for a while, judging by the fact that we've actually managed to even take this much area in the northeast of Italy. I'm going to go ahead and pull back the 19th Corps now. How's the battle in... Oh, they're down to 5 units now in Bergamo. Ooh, jungle unit training, very good. Hydrophone advance, and ground tactics advance. I'm guessing the hydrophone is probably something that we can't reach as the next level. Oh no, we can. Which is not ahead of time yet. Or up to date yet either. Let's get the Scrutin radar actually as well. All the ships. They do have a bit more troops over here, so it might be tricky. Especially on the eastern side. But I suspect on the west... Oh, they've got more troops in here. Are they landing troops in here, or were they just sort of scattered around? It might be either one, to be fair. I'm going to go ahead and take the transport fleet back to... Probably back to Dubrovnik. Actually, I'm going to take it to Zara. It's a bit further away. But at least that's somewhere where we can provide the supplies. Or guarantee the... Well, hopefully guarantee the supplies in there. Oh! Naval combat. Oh, we called the transports. Now sink those. We can't let them transport more troops in here. That's one down. The other one's trying to retreat into Straits of Messina, I believe. Yeah, so we sank the landing crafts. So with the naval blockade in here, we can hopefully prevent them from bringing any more troops in, at least. At least that's the idea. Whether we'll actually manage that or not remains to be seen. But yeah, we'll take the troops back to Dubrovnik. Also, oh, Straits of Messina, we got another combat there. It's unfortunately just the submarines versus that one, so it might not be quite as effective. We don't have a port nearby to send in the motor torpedo boats for this mess either. We could potentially move these closer, but at the same time, I kind of want to make sure that we at least blockade all of the ports. Well, except Trapani, I suppose. That's going to be the only one that we can't reach right now. Oh, and... Oh, there we go. We caught it. Don't know if it is actually carrying any troops. Not necessarily. But we caught it. Unfortunately, we're not actually dealing any damage to... Oh, infantry unit command and control advance to level 11. Pretty good. Now it's going to Syracuse. I don't know if that was actually their plan already or not. To get in there. Like, if they are carrying troops, they might be trying to land in there. Oh, and Ferrara. Well, attacking again. When do we get the next set of pillboxes? It's only... Okay, it's 9th of March, so it's about 2 weeks from now. Well, 3 weeks probably closer to it, but... Ooh, okay. We got some more troops over here that cannot really continue the fight. These troops are mostly fine. I guess I can send another infantry division from here. And of course, the battle in Cremona is still tying down a lot of our troops as well. Because the supply issues are the bigger problem in here. We may need to stop this attack at some point, though, but we can probably keep it going for a little bit. Oh, Straits of Messina. We caught the... Oh, we actually caught the surprise rounds onto the transport there. And there we go. Looks like the troops in Palermo have taken a lot of losses. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one of these attack into Palermo. Another one is going to go around, and this one's going to start heading down towards southeast into the mountains there. Maybe attack into the southern ports. Ooh, cruiser fire control computer and brigade command advance. Okay, so cruiser thing is ahead of time. That one. And the brigade command, it's... oh, that's probably in the deep battle, isn't it? Actually, no, that is... Oh, it must be Blitzkrieg. Yeah, I believe there's that one, actually, that we just got. Well, fair enough. So how's the battle for Palermo looking like? It's actually not going to be that bad. We'll probably win that. And that is a big port, so we don't actually need to use the invasion port in here at all. Ooh, and we caught that transport again. Still not entirely sure if they are actually doing anything or not, but... oh, right. This one had a bit of a quick combat in there. Another victory at Ferrara. So we haven't taken any VPs in Sicily yet, but I suppose... Actually, where's the... Okay, the only industry is in Palermo, actually. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but the enemy units in there are already retreating. And actually, if we take Sciaca over here on the southern shore, we can then potentially destroy the American troops in Trapani, and then start heading east. Oh, Cafello is under attack again. Oh, right, actually, there's no one in Messina, so I'm going to go and send in the mechanized division down that way. That way we'll get a port. Oh, Straits of Messina, we got a combat going in there. At least there's submarines in there doesn't mean that they won't be able to do much. We'll probably get some troops to... Oh, actually, once we get Messina, we'll start building beach defenders in there. Oh, there we go, Victoria Palermo. Well, there we are. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.